It's interesting. How do you prospect and support your team at the same time? This is actually one of the questions I've been getting for years now as I've worked with top income earners in the network marketing space, top earners, those that are building their team, those that are expanding fairly rapidly. One of the questions that always gets asked is, okay, I don't have time to prospect or generate leads because I am supporting my team. Like I spend so much time supporting my team and answering questions and being there on the demand that I don't have any leads coming in. And that's both a detriment to your business, right? So when you're looking at how do I grow my business, well, lead generation is a huge piece of this, right? Prospecting is a huge piece of this. Even if you're having a brick and mortar business, you're looking for those people walking in the door. If you own a digital business, you're looking for that digital traffic coming in. So you're looking for, people to come to you all the time. So what happens, it's very common actually, and this is something that we're learning in the process of developing your leadership is how to put a system in place to support your team as you build. So one of the things I've discovered in all of the programs that I've created and the training and the mentorship that I've done with top earners is that if you want to continue to prospect and you want to continue to support your team, there's really two things you have to put into place. The first thing you need to put into place is that you have to continue prospecting. Leaders lead from the front. And the only way to continue to support your team in all actuality is to continue be talking to people and bringing new people in. That is your role as a leader. Honestly, you need to be doing the work also, because if you're doing the work, then your team is going to learn how to do the work with you also. So don't neglect your own personal prospecting of having those conversations of talking to people. That's really critical. Doesn't matter how big your team gets. Even your leaders that you're bringing on, you want to start setting time aside for them to support them, but you don't want to be just going like, hey, I've got to give you 24/7 attention, because that's really not the role of a leader. A leader doesn't coach. A leader does not coach. What a leader does is that they lead from the front. They actually continue to take the actions necessary to continue to grow so that their team feels like they're working with somebody that's in the trenches, that's dealing with what they're dealing with. So the second thing you want to look at when you talk about supporting your team is, and I learned this very early on when I got into the world of digital marketing from a good friend of mine, Matt, and he said to me, if you do something once, that's fine. If you do something twice with your team, document it. Document. So record the process that you're going through, record the conversation that you're having it. Because if you're having the same conversations, repeating the same information over and over again, if you really want to leverage and support your team, then create training that you can point them to. Hey, that's a question I get asked a lot. Go watch this video, or go read this blog post, or go here for that information, right? You want to put whatever structure you can in place as soon as possible. As you find yourself repeating things over and over again, that's your key to document. That's how you continue to support your team so that they can build, because you're learning where resources are. They're going to learn resources are. You are not the resource. Let me repeat that again. You know where resources are. They know how to find resources, but you yourself are not the resource, especially when you're building a home-based business, or you're working with direct sales, or you're working with a product, an affiliate marketing product. You are not the person that owns the company, the product, or service. So you have to learn to delegate out certain tasks that go out to support, right? They're going to come to you thinking that you can answer all the questions. And the reality is that it's our job to guide them to go where they can get that question answered. Guide them to the person that is the most likely to answer that question, right? If you have a problem, don't bitch about it. If you have a problem, go to the source, because only the source can solve the problem. Go to the person, go to the department, go to the whoever you need to do, because that's the quickest way to the resolution. Okay. And I share that because a lot of times we think that people are going to help us solve our problems. But if it's part of our system that we're at, then the support, the customer support, the team behind it, the corporate team, those are the people that are going to need the information more than we do, right? They're going to need to know if something's broken, if something's not working. It doesn't make any difference to bitch about it if you're not going to the source that can fix it, right? So when you're building your team, when you're learning about how to get going and moving forward, one of the things I'm learning with the Entrepreneur Project, the also known as YEP, you might have heard of the YEP tribe, but with the Entrepreneur Project, as I bring in more entrepreneurs, there's something I know about entrepreneurs is that we're very curious, we're very resourceful, and we don't necessarily need our hands held for everything we do, right? That is the mindset of an entrepreneur, because we are an entrepreneur because we are building a business. We are looking for a solution to the problem that we're dealing with, and we're looking to provide a solution to a problem that we see that most people are dealing with. So when you get started with the Entrepreneur Project, the first thing I say is jump on the quick start training. I'll tag you on the overview video. I'll give you the checklist, follow along, because that's the best place you're going to be able to go. That's where the information's at. That's where you can discover what you need to know about getting started, right? That's your resource. You are your resource. Like, where are you going to step up into your leadership to hold yourself accountable for finding the information? Because if you're waiting for everybody just to give it to you as an entrepreneur, we know that doesn't happen. We know it. It doesn't happen. It's never going to happen. So that's why it's super important. So these are the things I'm learning, because tonight we just did I think our 6th or 7th quick start, our live quick start. And they're extremely valuable. Like, we love doing them live. We do them twice a week. We do them for the entire company, right? Because I know the value, having done this enough times with a lot of different communities, that having a live event to go to for some people is much more valuable. Like, I know for myself, I'll have a better retention and success rate if I can attend something live. If I have to watch the recording, it's too easy for me to get distracted, and recordings don't do it for me at all. So I know the value of those that want to be on a live event. They can catch the live event. Those that would rather watch the recording can catch the recording. So you're going to have two different parties that you're going to be working with. And that's the benefit of having one or the other, right? So you as somebody that's building a team, the first thing you need to do is you need to continue building your team, right? You need to continue looking for your leaders. You need to continue bringing people in, customers. Like, you really need to make sure that that continues to grow, because that will force you to grow. And then with your team, it's looking at what can you start documenting so that you can just send people there. Hey, if you're looking for a quick start, hey, this is where you're going to go. This is where you're going to go. This is where, the more repetitious you make that, the easier your job as a leader is going to be, because they see you as somebody that's empowering them to help get answers. If the company does training, direct people to that training. You don't have to be the trainer. I've learned this too. For a long time, I was afraid to send people to other things. I thought I had to be the trainer, the know-it-all, the guru, the person that had to know where everything was. And what I'm learning inside of this 90-day challenge, we're day 79. Oh my gosh, we're down to 79. I'm out of the 80s. So we're day 79. So we're in the next 10-day stretch. And really what I'm learning inside of this 90 days is that, there is a sense of relief when I can give up trying to have to know or have to build it all on my own, and really rely on the team to support me, because that's really where the shift is and where the difference is starting to happen. So incredible opportunity. I love this Young Entrepreneur Project. I just, over the last 3 days, brought on 3 new team members. I have probably... I have the most team members I've ever had in my life, inside of building in any organization. And what I really love about it is not only am I bringing in leaders and entrepreneurs, but they themselves see the value and are sharing it out. And I've never had that happen before, like, ever. So it's really an exciting thing for me to see, to be able to support my team and having these leadership conversations. And we're looking for ways to really support each other and create a system that supports the people that we bring in that are new, while at the same time allowing us as leaders to continue prospecting, training, and developing our skills. So those are the 2 things I would definitely say. If you're in the network marketing business, direct sales, affiliate marketing, and you're somebody that says, hey, I want to build a team, I want to get people on here, the first thing you got to do is you got to continue doing the work. Continue doing your self-development, continuing to prospect, continuing to talk to people, continuing to put up content, whatever it is, you have to continue to do the work. And the second thing is that if you say or train something more than once, you do it a second time, by that third time, you need to record it and start documenting what you're saying, because that's going to become a consistency, and you just want to feed people to that information so that they can become resourceful, they can get the information they need and they can make the best decision for themselves. So those are my 2 hot tips for you guys tonight. I hope you found value with them. If you want to learn more about the Young Entrepreneur Project and how to join me in this incredible entrepreneurial tribe that is teaching and training leaders and entrepreneurs, then there is a link down below in the description. I would love to have you inside this community. I'm looking for leaders that are wanting to lead, and I'm looking for entrepreneurs that would love to get access to this amazing group of entrepreneurs. So with that, I hope you're having a great evening. I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow, more about leadership, these 90 days and what I'm learning along the way. So with that, have a great night and we'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, join the Young Entrepreneur Project. I swear to you, you and I working together will be the best thing ever, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it, I promise you. So with that, click down below. There's a link. Have some fun, and we'll talk soon.